Antonio Perivan was a terrific fight, back and forth. Then, of course, the Broner fight was terrific, and so was the Colosso and the Khan fight. And then the main event, I think, sort of like has everybody still in awe. Great performance from Maidana and a superb job from Floyd Mayweather. But first up now here, I'd like to introduce to you J'Leon Love, who was the opening bout. Terrific fight, tough fight, and you came to win, and your will got you through. It's a great performance. Please give it up for J'Leon Love.
First off, I want to thank everybody for coming out again. We call it pay-per-view, but it was a success. With most of our guys on our squad came out successful, so everybody looked good. I just appreciate everybody for coming, and thanks for supporting me.
Hey, we're going to do the same like last time. Those people who don't shut up, they're going to get kicked out by Metro, okay? So whoever wants to go and chat, they should go out now before they're going to get arrested. Thank you. Any questions? What about that? There are no questions, but I mean questions. J'Leon.
Hey Jay, how hurt were you in that 5th round, and how quickly did you recover once you were able to make it to the bell?
You know what? He caught me with a good shot on the side of the head. They kind of knocked my equilibrium off. So I knew the smart thing to do was to take a knee, just to give me a second to get my mind right. And I was okay, you know. But you never really know how the referees would react to something like that. So I knew taking a knee would give me a moment and get my brain together.
Jalen.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's not my job. You know, the referees do what they're supposed to do. I mean, I thought I was down enough, you know, for him to stop punching, but, you know, it is what it is. I got up, we got the victory.
J'Leon, the fight seems to be kind of your life in microcosm. You went down, it seemed like you were out, and you got back up, and you won the fight. Can you characterize that? Is that accurate?
Yeah, you can never count me out. Don't ever count me out. I mean, at the end of the day, this is boxing. It's a tough sport. Some people get knocked down and don't get up, but I'm gonna definitely get back up.
All right, thank you very much. Great job. Right. Now, next up, a terrific fight from Amir Khan, moving up in welterweight. Making quite an impression, great performance. I think it all came together beautifully. He fought a very smart fight against a very tough competitor, Louis Colosso. Louis Colosso came to fight, and Amir didn't just come to win the fight, he came to make an impression at the 147-pound weight class, and that's exactly what he did. He made a great impression and injected himself at the very top of the welterweight division. If I can ask again, you guys to be quiet or leave the room. Okay, security, could you guys please make the rounds and kick everybody out to speak? Thank you. All right, give it up now to Amir Khan.
Hi everyone. Yeah, the first fight at 147. After spending about 13 months at the ring. You know, I did feel a bit ring rusty and stuff, but you know, I did spend a lot of time in the gym with Virgil Hunter, and I could see how my style's changing. I always said I'll be a better fighter at 147 because I used to kill myself making the 140 weight. But yeah, Colosso, I got a lot of respect for him. He's one of them guys who he makes everyone look bad. But you know, I got lucky to have a great performance against him. I've seen the fights. I knew I was gonna. His previous fights that he lost against Shane Mosley, Andre Berto, Ricky Hatton. I mean, I knew it was gonna be a war, no matter what. It was gonna be a hard, tough fight. But yeah, I'm glad it's over, and now we're gonna move on to bigger and better things. I mean, as we've been walking people, as you know, like you should fight Mayweather next. I mean, I'm gonna leave it to my team, Golden Boy, Richard. and let's see where we go from here.
Amir, down here, can I ask you two things really? One, what did you show that was really savvy this time out in this fight, in your view? But also, there was talk about Maidana and Mayweather having a rematch next, and how do you feel about that?
I mean, if it happens, it happens, you know. I think people know how, when I fought Maidana, how convincing the win was, and that we put him down. Maidana's a great champion, a great fighter, but I really believe, you know, styles make fights in boxing, and I really believe, you know, with the style I have, the speed, the explosiveness, the movement will give Floyd a lot of problems. I mean, Maidana boxed a little today, which I've not seen much of, and, you know, he started catching Floyd. So, you know, like I said, I love the fight with Floyd, and if it happens, it happens.
Amir, how difficult was it not to fall into some of the boxing exchange, the fight exchanges? Was this maybe the most disciplined fight you fought in a while?
It had to be disciplined. You know, it's my first fight at this weight, so I had to be more disciplined. I had to be smart what moves I make. It was going to be hard no matter what. Like I said, Claudio had that style. He makes it hard for everyone. So I had to just be one step ahead. You know, my trainer Virgil, you know, we worked very hard. Also my strength conditioner, you know, Tony Brady. You can see the power of the shots. I mean, I don't think anyone's put him down clearly. You know, we put him down a couple of times, and I think that's the power. So it shows that, you know, we are perfect at this weight. I mean, it's in my blood, you know, when I sometimes get in there and get into a little fight, but that's the discipline. As I'm getting older, the last 12 months taught me a lot, you know, spending time with Virgil in the gym. It made me a lot mature, you know, and understand the sport of boxing. And, you know, that's what I did. I just stuck to what I had to do.
Amir. Very good performance tonight. Did you struggle to a couple of times, certainly in the 10th when you had him hurt? You really held yourself back from going for the finish.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the 10th I caught him with a good few shots, and this is all experience. You know what I should have done. Now looking back at it, and Virgil spoke to me about it, we should have let him come to us. You know, the ropes held him and helped him to stay up. Like I said, you know, I don't think he's ever had a fight or a beating like that, you know, no disrespect, but yeah, you know, it was a tough competitive fight, and I got a lot of respect for him, because even when he was hurt, he still came back. I mean, his face was blooded, he was hurt at times, but he showed great heart in him.
You've always had sort of doubters, you pretty much shut up tonight, but did that open up your eyes to what the potential is for the future, be able to do that for 12 rounds?
Yeah, definitely, you know, at least people know at 147, you know, we are a threat, and a Mayweather fight would be amazing for us, you know, and Mayweather's a great fighter, but like I said, we have more tools, and I really believe I can give him the most problems ever.
Yeah. Did you watch the main event?
Yeah, I saw the main event, yeah.
What was your reaction? I mean, Floyd looked, you know,
Maidana put on a great performance, you know, and Floyd looked great as always. But if you look at the way when I fought Maidana, look at the way Floyd fought Maidana, I think you probably see the difference in that. But look, Maidana's come on a lot. He's a great fighter. But yeah, if it happens, it happens between me and Floyd. I want the fight, and you know, everywhere we go, everywhere we walk, people are always talking about that fight happening, because we bring something else to the table. You know, I bring speeds. I'm quicker than Floyd. You know, bring explosiveness. I think we've proved that we bring power as well to the table with the speed. So yeah, you know, I think we're the full package. And we're getting better, you know, still working hard with Virgil, still improving. When I sit down and go through the tape with him and see what I did wrong, and I'm only going to improve myself. Definitely, I mean, Floyd looks beautiful, definitely. Yeah, you know, he's getting a little older now. Yeah, like I said, that's why a lot of people want the fight now, because they want a young lion to come up and they want to see him get beat. And I think the only person who has a chance to do that is me.
Amir, right in front of you, two questions. One to follow up on that last one. If you see Floyd declining, in what area do you think he's vulnerable? Where did you see him drop from this, tonight from other performances?
If you look at all of my fights, even the ones I've lost, I mean, when it comes to boxing, no one can beat us in boxing. Floyd's a masterclass in boxing, but I've never lost a fight when it comes down to boxing. I've always, taking people apart when it comes to, and a fight with Floyd would be a boxing fight. It would be a boxing match. It would be skills, and the youth definitely, I think, will take it for sure.
And then, to follow up on that one more time, I mean, if Floyd stood like he did, he engaged Maidana, a guy that's a big puncher. He stood there and engaged him. If he fought you that way, would that be easier for you or more difficult than if he chose to box?
It'd be hard to say. He changes his style for each fight. But I mean, if he was in front of me standing there, definitely I'll get my shots off. And Maidana was getting one shot off, I'll get 3 shots off, and he'll still catch Floyd. So that's the difference.
And then last question: if Floyd insists on fighting in September, as he's done, you say you can't fight because of Ramadan. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, I can't do September due to Ramadan and my religious purposes. But look, it's a fight I'd love to have though.
Amir, could you talk a little bit about, do you think there was the sense that Father Time was catching up with Floyd Mayweather tonight?
Well, you can say that, yeah. He's getting older now. He's showing a lot of, mistakes, and he's not the same that he used to be. So I think it's a great time to maybe catch him, and this is a time now where someone young, hungry comes up and challenges him.
Not wanting to be disrespectful in any way about Ramadan, but why can't you forego Ramadan for a fight of your life if Floyd will take you in September?
Look, Ramadan only comes once a year, and it's for religious purposes, and I respect that. I wouldn't do that in September.
But if he said he would only fight you in September, the fight would never happen then?
It won't happen in September, no. I mean, push it maybe to November, then it can happen.
Thank you.
Amir, you said that Floyd is showing a lot of mistakes. So what mistakes did you see from him?
When he stands there, I think if he stands there with someone quick, he'll definitely catch him. I mean, Maidana was still getting through with a lot of shots. I think with speed, definitely, we can capitalise on his style and work on catching him more often. And quick feet will get us, get us a lot of points. I really believe that it'll be Maidana got a very close position. He lost the fight, but Floyd got a close position against him, and I really believe that I can do a lot better than Maidana did. No disrespect, Maidana's a great fighter, but styles make fights, and the style I have will definitely give a lot of people problems.
Right, quick question for Richard. Hello, sorry, quick question for Richard. If Maidana gets a rematch with Floyd, what would you next like to see for Amir? When would you like to see him out, and who fight you?
Well, I'm going to talk to Amir, his team, and to Al Heyman as well, and see what we can coordinate and what we can work out. But I think what we saw today, that Amir wants the Mayweather fight, so we'll have to see what Mayweather's plans are. If in fact he's going to fight in September, which I believe he is, but we just have to sit down and map it all out. But tonight, I think we saw that with Amir Khan at 147, that was a long overdue move. I think he looked better than he has looked in his last 2-3 fights at 140. So clearly he belongs at 47, and I think he's going to have a huge impact at 47. The good news is there's a lot of big fights out there at 147, which Amir could be in, and I know that his dream is to fight Mayweather, and I'm going to try whatever I can to make his dream come true.
Here, Amir, here in your left, I want to connect with my colleague question. You talk about the flaws in Floyd Mayweather work today. What was the higher points of Maidana, considering you fought against Maidana and you get it into the ring?
Yeah, Maidana is a very tough guy, and I think the way we fought Maidana, the way we beat him, I don't think Maidana's been beaten like that. We put him down with a great body shot. But today, I mean, Maidana, every fight it changes, and you fight the way your opponent is. So, at times I did see Floyd hurt, and Maidana did really well. I mean, he did better than what a lot of people thought he'd do. He put pressure on, he caught some good shots, and I was very impressed with his performance.
You say that Maidana made it better than the most people believe. You expected this kind of work of Maidana?
Well, like I said, with Floyd probably getting a little bit older as well. So yeah, people are seeing him maybe slowing down a little bit. So Maidana's a lot slower than me, and he was still catching Floyd. Imagine someone quicker, explosive. What he'd do, and like I said, I think I've proven that I'm one of the hardest hitters in this weight division, because Carlos's doesn't go down easy. Carlos's a great chin, and we put him in a numerous times.
I wondered if I could ask Bernard a question. Right in front of you.
I just came in, like, give me
I always want to talk.
No problem. Great job. Thank you, good job. Thank you for your job.
Amir was making some comments about Floyd's performance. I wanted to get yours. You've observed very carefully guys' boxing skills. Do you feel Floyd's the same fighter as he was? Was there any decline, or do you think it was a good performance by Maidana that resulted in Floyd getting hit more often and maybe not looking as dominant as he has in the past?
I think that Maidana really proved and showed all the doubters that he was not only capable, even though he didn't get the win, but to make it a tough fight for Floyd Mayweather. And so Floyd made the adjustments like we do, veterans do. The IQ. I think that was the edge that Floyd used. He made those adjustments. But Maidana, you cannot take away his relentless, his continue to come forward. That's the way, that's what he do. That's how he fights. So to me, he made it a tough and rough fight. And I really expected that. I really expected that. I think that that's the only way he had a chance to offset anything that Floyd tried to do or did.
He came in at 165 and Floyd was 148, and a lot of people thought he came in too heavy tonight. Do you think that extra weight, A, carried any power on the punches? Do you think it allowed him to kind of bully Floyd around a little bit?
Well, I came from the school of thought that weight don't translate to power. Just a tank, just bigger. And Floyd used that to his advantage also. He neutralized the weight and really made it look like it wasn't an issue between the weight difference. But no, I think that at the end, it came down to skills. It came down to adjustments. And you've seen that. We all watched it. There were some moments Maidana did very well. But as the fight went on, and when Floyd wanted to, you've seen a whole new different spark here and there, where Floyd just stepped into another gear, and it's like, wait, is he just having fun? Is he giving y'all a show? Because you've seen so many gears being shifted from the first round all the way up to the 12th.
By the way, for those of you who missed that, CompuBox, since they started tracking fights, Floyd Mayweather fights, which was Floyd's last 38 fights, Maidana landed the most punches of every fighter ever, landing punches on Floyd Mayweather, which was 221 total punches connected. So that was, quite interesting statistic. That the defense from Floyd tonight was one thing, but I think the offense from Maidana was absolutely superb. Made for a very exciting fight. All right, any other questions for Amir? Okay.
Amir, you talked about Floyd's age, and the way you fought tonight was to fight at a distance. Do you think he's fought anybody who uses their height, their reach, and their speed like you've done?
I mean, you answer that question, man. I mean, he's never faced anyone like me. Quick as me, as explosive as me, with the speed. Floyd's one with the quickest guy in the ring, and he controls everything. But when it comes to boxing, you know, I don't think there's anyone who can beat me to a boxing fight. You know, we've proven that numerous times. And Claudio today wasn't an easy task. It was a tough task, and he's so awkward. He makes good guys look ordinary. You get me? When he fought Shane Mosley and other guys. So yeah, definitely. You know, I really think that style make fights, and the fight with Floyd Mayweather, definitely. I mean, you see the way I fought Maidana, the way I overcome that way and won that fight. I mean, Maidana, Mayweather had a lot of problems against him, so you know, I think it's time now he's fighting someone who brings something else to the table instead of bringing the same style. Can come forward, heavy-handed guy. You know, like Canelo is similar. No disrespect, they all have a very similar style. But he's never fought anyone quick and explosive with good footwork and movement. And height as well, yeah.
Amir, congratulations. You kind of allowed the Floyd fight to consume you for the last year. Looking at it in your next fight, whatever that may be, do you want a decision on it sooner rather than later, so you're not doing the same dance again, where you're kind of waiting for?
Well, it's great to know, because then that way you can you know, start working, putting work on it, and also Golden Boy start promoting it, because I really believe it'll be one of the biggest fights ever, especially with the backing we have in likes of Asia, UAE. You know, we can bring something else to the table that Floyd's never touched.
Hey Amir, right here. You might have answered this question already, but how much of a difference did Virgil Hunter make for you?
Virgil's a great trainer, you know. He's making me understand the sport of boxing. When I met him the first time, he said, you're a great fighter, but you don't understand boxing. Which made sense, because, you know, sometimes you don't think and you do things. But now he's got me thinking and making the right moves. You know, even, you know, having Andre Ward in the gym, I learn off him as well. So I'm only going to get better. This is only my first fight at 147. I mean, you know, I'm only going to get better. You know, I've tasted what it's like being at this weight. I can improve myself, and you'll definitely see a big change in the next fight.
Amir over here. Amir.
I felt very comfortable, very comfortable. Yeah.
Hey Amir, congratulations on your victory. Chris asked you about you know, how soon you'd like your next fight to be set up. What I'm wondering is if, in fact, you are the guy that gets the call from Floyd. Could you explain the situation about it? I understand there's a problem in September because of your religious holidays. I don't know if you answered that already. I just got here.
We have fasting, Ramadan. That way we fast. So you know, the fasts in the UK are very long, like 15 to 18 hours. That's no water, no food. So for me to go into training camp straight away after that is going to be very difficult, because you know, your metabolism is going to be slow. I want to be going into the camp nice and strong. So I need another month after Ramadan to kind of, you know, kind of get myself body in the right shape again. Because you do put weight on, your metabolism slows down because you're not eating, the fluids are not the same, you're not hydrated. So it'll be very hard for me to go and jump into a fight in September. So it makes sense.
Does that preclude you then from being the September opponent?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, unless Floyd maybe moves to a different date in end of the year, then it can happen. I mean, you know, it's up to my team. If they can persuade Floyd to take the fight maybe in November, that'll be perfect.
One other question for you here. I know you dropped him 3 times in the fight, but how hurt were you when I think it was the 8th round where you seemed to really catch him with a good shot?
Yeah, I was fine. I wasn't hurt much. I come with it over the head. I was cool. And I think this is my weight, man. This is 147 is the perfect weight for me, because I'm not killing myself, I'm not draining myself. And it's the first time we've made this weight, 147. So next time I'm going to be a little bit more accurate. I'm going to do a few different things. And I want to thank my strength conditioner, Tony Grady, and also Virgil Hunter for helping me get very strong at that weight.
Thank you, Amir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.